When it comes to multiprocessing, so this is like mainly meant for CPU competitions. Let me okay, so let me move on to next one. The topic is multiprocessing. And to give a summary on that multiprocessing, so multiprocessing mainly, multiprocessing mainly, not mainly, multiprocessing used for uh, CPU computations, meaning calculations, guys. Okay. So when you want to, I'll give you an example, no problem. It is mainly used for CPU computations, um, and it uses it uses separate processor. It uses separate processor for each tasks. Got it? So meaning when you're using multiprocessor, right? Multiprocessing. So multiprocessing is kind of when you're using your system, right? When you do a higher computation, so it consumes complete processor. Okay. Let's say if you're running many threads, right? Many processors. It takes a lot of I think I'll give an example so that you'll understand. So since you have only 8, right? If you're running multiple processors, right, it consumes all the processors actually, meaning which would make unavailable for other applications to use your processor. Understood? Sometimes, right, your phone might get stuck and other things, right, because it does not have enough space to run the things. Got it? Separate, yeah. So this is for CPU boot task. So multi-threading is for input-output bond, right? So it is mainly for CPU bound. It is mainly for CPU bound tasks such as heavy computations. Heavy computations. Hmm, got it. So imagine you want to do a let's say what we can say. You want to do mm, yeah, let's say square of. Imagine you had a list. Um, let's say my list equal to, I would say, range, right? So range function would help me to get uh, let's say 10. For example, range is 10. My list of range. What I want to do is I want to get square. Let's say I want to get a 10. Let's say this is 0, 1, 2, dash, 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 9. Got it? And what I want to do is I want to do a square numbers. SQ square numbers, right? Square numbers equal to what I want to do. So my expected output would be, so 0 square, 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, dash 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 9 square, 81. Got it? For example, did you see this? Actually, this is like CPU bound task when you want to do such kind of calculations, right? So this is like CPU bound, which means that what? See, you cannot switch the process, right? Because one processor, let's say, imagine one processor is doing addition, right? We had to wait, correct? Generally, otherwise, instead of if you mix with two processor, what happened? So it takes multiple data, like the one you have seen in the threading, right? In the threading, what did you notice? In threading, It is taking the first value and second, like first value from the first function and second value from the first in the first function. Yeah, one second. From second function, for example. So when you want to do addition, right, this will become a problem, right? Because in the single processor, you cannot do such kind of operations. Okay, that's where we had threads. But when you want to do such kind of operation, if you want to do a square, let's say, uh, yeah, when you are doing square, so the same processor should be used for doing square. Let's say now you are doing square for one. Instead of one, you are passing in the same processor. You are passing four, for example, right? So that is not possible because each processor has its own ALU, correct? Arithmetic and logic unit for doing the computation. Guys, make sense. So this time, what happened? Multiprocessor used for CPU computations for I would say like heavy CPU computations, and it uses separate processor separate processor for each task. You got it? Now did you understand why why it is required separate processor? Because I want to calculate for 0 square in one processor, with one processor ID, and this one square, 4 square, I cannot mix up actually, otherwise you will not get the result. Guys, clear? Huh? Did you understood why we were using separate processor for competition? So when it comes to competition, we need to do a square, right? You got it? So in order to protect the number from the square and other things, right? So that's where we need separate process ID, separate processor for. So one processor for calculating square of 0, one processor for calculating square of 1, other for square of 2, like that. Keep moving. Does this make sense, guys? Now, did you understand what is the purpose of like multi-threading and multi-processing? Multi-threading for input-output bound, multiprocessor for CPU computations to protect the to protect the work. Yeah. So can I give an example? You're fine with it? Hmm? Can all right. So again, I can give an example. Let's say input for multiprocessing, right? We have module called multiprocessing. Um, Multiprocessing. This is a module, and you already aware how to get the process ID, like OS dot get process ID, right? Get PID. We also need a voice library. Got it? And so in order to do a square, what you need to do? Square double star, right? Yep. Df square it. The function name is square it, right? So here, what I'll do is uh, for the square it, I'll pass the yeah, I'll pass the number. Okay, and I'll pass the number and then print. When I'm printing, um, I would print number. Number is I'm printing the number. Okay, and number is number and square s q u square is printing. So it's number square and number square means double star 2, right? 2, correct? Yeah, square. And also I want to print the process ID for and process and process ID. So how we can get the process ID? OS dot get PID. That's it. You're done. Guys, clear? Huh? Did you understand how I'm writing? Guys, make sense? Once again, I'll just yeah, got it. So right. So once I'm done with this, right? Now what I'll do is so I want to, this is the numbers, right? Like this is the number. my list range of 10, for example, right? This is the one I'm using. I think what I'll do is I'll define, because I don't want to define there. I'll define here, okay? And I will say I'll create a process pool and execute the task. So to create multiple processes, right? So we can use multi-threading dot sorry multiprocessing sorry multiprocessing dot pool. So what it does is it creates a pool of like multiple. It creates multiple process IDs. You got it? So the help of with the help of multiprocessing dot pool, it creates multiple processors. Create a process pool. You got it right? What is a pool actually? So we talk think about swimming pool. What it has? It has water, no? Right? So, so similarly, like pool is what? So here it will create multiple processors actually, multiple processors for this particular activity. You got it, huh? Create multiple process, create multiple processors by using this function, multiprocessing dot pool. You got it? And say this is pool equal to multiprocessing dot pool. Guys, does this make sense? Because we need a process, right? This is how we should, create pool of processors. Make sense, huh? Now, so what we do is pool dot map. So what I want to do is I want to process. What is the functioning? Square it, correct? Square it is a function. And what is the from where I want to what I want to square? I want to square my list, correct? Meaning if I pass this, let's say my list, right? Now you will understand. See what really happened. What it does is basically, once again, let me take it out to the multiprocessing. Right. So what basically does is here it creates multiple processors, and here this is actual you know function and list passed as an argument. Guys, did you understood? So here I have passed function name and the list of data. You got it? So now what it does is generally it see this processing pool, it takes like it takes a function name, and here we had a list, right? In this list what it does is it processes one after other, like it creates multiple. Let's say for example in this time, right, it creates 10 it uses 10 processors to execute uses 10 processors to square the number. Guys, make sense, huh? Now you will see. Anyway, we are printing the process ID, right? uh, 1 second. So the function name is correct, right? Get PID, that's it. Yeah. Now what we need to do, we need to wait, correct? So once, and guys, and one more important thing, when you have created a process pool, once you are done with it, let's say once it is done, right, you have to wait pool dot join, pool dot join, right? And this is what, wait for process to complete, wait for process, wait for all process to complete. Okay. And once it is done, what we have to do, wait for all process to complete, right? And pull dot close, meaning once you have used extensively, once you have used the process, right, you have to close it, meaning you are returning the process to available for other applications. Got it? Close the process pool so that uh, processor processor will be available for other applications to use. That makes sense, huh? Hello, were you able to understand? Guys, no, nothing, you had to sit, uh, like anyway, I'm giving example, right? Giving running commentary on each and everything. If you see, uh, create a multiple processors using pull function. Guys, did you understood what I'm doing? What cannot find reference? A multi-pros, and I think there should be. Oh, okay, sorry. Pull is 1 second. Pull only like capital P, I think. Ah, correct. Yeah, correct. My bad. So when guys, that's okay. Making mistakes is fine. So when we are seeing this, right? So normally pull only. Like I thought. See, it is showing in yellow mark right here, yellow color, which means that it cannot find the reference. But mistakenly I used instead of capital P. So the class name is or the function name, right? The capital P here. Now that gone, right? So which means that it is available. Got it? Now, so to summarize it, what it basically does is, in this example, we want to square the number from in the range of 0 to 9, which is like range of 10, right? And for calculating, we need to it should create separate 10 processors now for calculating these 10 numbers. Guys, you understood? It creates 10 different, and if you see, as soon as it done, right, it releases the pool. It will come out of from the pool. Okay. So in this example, we are doing a square of number, and this is the list, and created a pool of processors. The pool of processors which will be used for um, calculating the square. Meaning here it creates a separate process ID, simple as that, and pull that map. I'm passing to function name and the list of number, so that it would take each and every item from the list and does the square in a separate process ID. So that's where I'm printing the even I had a clear readable print statement. So I'm printing number is this, say number is, and the square of the number. Also, I'm printing process ID, so that if it creates a separate process, so it should be different process IDs for each number calculation. Got it? Let's go ahead and trigger this out, guys. Oh, okay. Multi-processing has no attribute pool. It's not happy. Line number 9. How come it has, right? Oh, yeah, we had a reference. Did I make anything wrong? No, right? Multi-processing dot pool. I don't see any issue there. hmm Creating a pool. Okay, maybe let me see. Let me search for this number data. Mm, this different error, right? Mm. Yeah, same thing. Multi-processing import pool. It's correct only, no? The usage. Let's try this example. This should also give the same error, I guess. Let me create it, man. Okay, sometimes, right? Yeah, it should be okay getting errors, because we can learn something new also. Import, what is this? DFs. Pull up map. This function name and this correct usage only. Mm, 1 second. They created a function here, df.py, right? Mm. Now, first of all, let me execute this. Maybe that have mode, I guess. Then once again, so if it is moved, then once again, let me wipe it out, not required. Uh, from multiprocessing, import poll. So it should see, it is not giving any errors or warnings, right, for this poll. Let me trigger this. See, did you see this? It is crying for this itself. Cannot import poll from, oh, okay, I understand. Guys, I made a mistake, guys. The mistake is very simple. So what is my model name? Model name is multiprocessing, right? I tried importing the library, correct? And if you see something, what is fishy here? I created a model here. Did you see this? With the same name. Okay, that is why it is looking for a pool actually. It is looking. That's where I was looking. See, this this should work actually. Nafis, did you understood? So the issue is, say I'm importing a library, and the problem I made is I created a model with the same name, library name. So instead of see when it comes to the lookup, right? Instead of looking for lookup will happen from local actually. So it first check whether it is available in is there any model with the multiprocessing? Understood? If it is not available, then only it look for the library location. You got it? So since there is a mistake of mine, so which breaks the code. You got it? Now did you understood? Like even in the real time, you also come to know this kind of issues, and we need to understand why it is not working. Understood? So what sometimes, right? What you need to do is we also need to refer. Okay, so what is the right uses? Sometimes they must have moved this name to some other name. So currently it is a pool, right? Let's say pool of connections, something like that. They must have renamed it or changed something for changes and all. Like we had a let's say Stack Overflow is one of the platform where we come and collaborate with other developers, right? So even I used to respond to the people if they had any issues, right, on Python on any other thing application side. So if someone posted on something, hey, this is how the fix, this is what the fix. Understood. So even one of the relevant question also posted very very long ago, and that's where we had issue now. Got it? So now in order to fix this, what I need to do, I need to go and change the name of the name of the file. So to change this in the PyCharm, right click, refactor. There is something called refactor, rename actually. You got it? So instead of say multiprocessing, I'll just put underscore so that it would differentiate multiprocessing and multi underscore processing. Got it? Yeah. Now if we go and trigger this, now no issues, right? Now it is fading at line number 9. So which is expected because uh, so what I'm doing is previously I'm importing import multiprocessing, but now to test this, I just want to see package level, like the class level or the function level import specifically for this application. So now I don't want to do this. Instead, what I do is import multiprocessing. Okay. Now if I go and trigger this, it should work like a boom. Oh, some issues happening continuously. What is this? Oh, it's not happy. See, if I go back here, no. This is not in this. It is different because it's not happy because see, did you see this? Multi-process can import. It is getting the process IDs right. I don't think it take 10 process IDs. That's the problem. I feel when it is creating a 10, right? So 10 is not. I think well I'll make it to 2 for example. Let's try to do it. Runtime error: an attempt has been made to start a new process before the current process has been finished. It's a bootstrapping phase. Okay, this probably means that you're not using force to start your child process. Okay, so and you have forgotten to use the proper IDM. Okay. We need to log or what? That's what it is saying. That's fine. We are creating multiple. No, we are creating multiple. It's not happy with it. So it is asking us to a the probably means that you are not using a fork to start your child process and you have forgotten to use proper IDM in the model. Free support. Uh, Free support line can be omitted if the program is not going to frozen to produce an executable. Uh, just need to hold on. Let's do one thing. Let's free support, right? So free support is a part of any library or something. Because once again, let me use this freeze underscore support, right? Yeah. Um, we do one thing. Let's do one thing. So I'll create if underscore name equal to main. So it is asking us to do it. No problem. Main, right? Yeah. No, simple. I need to write these two lines here. Underscore main underscore. Got it. And what I'll be doing is I'll just do here, and also it is asking to what is that freeze underscore support or double. Yeah. This function is nowhere available. I'm wondering like is it from multiprocessing again? mm, Say from multiprocessing import. What is that variable? Yeah, see, it is from multiprocessing. Got it. And say like I'll do a specific import only this time. And here instead of multiprocessing dot pull, remove this, and I think we should be good now. Let's do it. Wondering what's happening, guys? Did you see that? Oh, it's weird actually. It is using the same process, right? Did you see it? For for now calculating number, right? Like the process ID is 19072, and the expectation is that it's supposed to be using different processor, right? This is a different process ID. It does use the same process ID. Okay, let's do one thing. Maybe it is hmm, it is pretty fast. Let me give a 10 for example, and let's try. Process ID is this same thing. Mm, okay, do I did I do anything wrong here? I think I had to swap this too, I guess. I had to close once I'm done with the above, then I had to close, but doesn't make sense actually. No, we can use the other way also. Like there are multiple ways to do it. Yeah, got it. So I just I swapped these two lines once again. So here, so I'm closing the see what previously what I have done is without closing the see we had to close actually we had to close the processor pull so that it takes properly. You got it? Otherwise, since I didn't close right, that's where it started using the same process ID. We had to close properly. Yeah, it's a programming mistake. Oh, okay. This time it is taking same number, same idea. Now previously you noticed right, it is taking different ID, correct? Doc. Okay. No, we did notice, right? It is behaving differently, guys. It has to, yeah, we have to close the poll and then wait for the process to complete in general. Hmm. Doesn't make any sense to me. But this how we do actually. Once again, let me take any reference. We're mapping it. Got it. Yeah, process dot map, mapping a function with the data. Got it. No, the if you look at this same style only we are also doing, right? Do you see this? They are also doing the. I think now they are doing number per number, okay, instead of square. Threading. Okay, of course. Okay, let's quickly check it out because I think we can also take help of ChatGPT because it is not creating multiple process IDs, right? Did you see it? It's not creating multiple process IDs. Okay, guys, you're getting right what I'm saying. So in general, like this is a workable, like it's like even I'm sure about this how it's supposed to be created, and it should create a different process IDs. Once again, did I made any mistake here? No, we are good. We are good with this. We are getting process ID for each number that we pass, right? Hmm. We'll quickly take help of ChatGPT. I'll ask, hey, can you review it? Review the code. Guys, ChatGPT can only be used when you want to, what we can say, when you want to review it, guys. Got it? Don't use ChatGPT directly for getting something, not working anything blindly. If you work like that, right? So you can't even face the interview. Understood? Uh, okay. Mm, the code is mostly correct for parallel execution. Minor improvements code will be returning the results instead of printing directly. Oh, I don't see anything right. Anything else? Okay, and close the processor and pull so that processor will be available for the. Okay, got it. Mm, okay, let me do one thing. Let me process this data also. It produces it produces below result. If you look carefully, process ID process ID is same for all operations like square, but the expectation is that it should be different process ID assigned for each competitions. Yes, did you understood how I am? See, ChatGPT, like, see, it cannot understand directly. Okay, so you have to tell them properly. Hey, what's the problem? Okay, hey, this is the output it is generating, and actually you should also tell them because ChatGPT, right? It is like a trained model. So the way you are asking, it should make sense to the ChatGPT. Understood? Otherwise, it cannot give you the right answer. So specify the number of process explicit. Oh, okay. Hmm. Oh, previously I didn't specify it, right? I created a pull equal to pull of a processor equal to 4. It uses 4 processors. Oh, since I didn't define, huh? difficult behavior on the some platforms. On some platforms, let's say Mac or Windows, the multiprocessing module might have differently in the environments like certain IDEs or notebooks. Running the script as a standalone Python program from a command line may fix it. Oh, okay. So currently I'm using this ideally, right? Okay, one second. As you see, so currently we were running it here. So what it is saying is, I'll do one thing. I'll use online compiler. Let's try that. Python online compiler, right? So you can trigger your see if Python is not available in your laptop, you can trigger or execute from online editor also. Okay. If you trigger this, guys, did you see this? Multiprocessing module is not available. Like, do you know what may be the reason? No, no. See, in this online, you can do any operation. Okay. So why they're not allowed here, right? See, currently they install. See, the website you are seeing, right? Which means it is running on some server, some computer, correct? And if you use all the processors, right? For example, if I if I want to make the system down, right? I'll create a loop. It is all processors so that application go down. So so they directly removed it, guys. Did you understood? What is the problem here? Hmm? Yeah, so they're pretty pretty talented there. Nafis, did you got it, Nafis? Why they have done this? They have we consume the things. That's why they don't want to consume the processors. If you want to do some basic operations like printing some hello world, let's say, right? This works. If you see, this works, but they don't want to do this, right? Multiprocessing. They clearly say, hey, you should not use multiprocessing. Got it. Let's try multi-threading. No, not required. Not required. Check there. Okay, here. Now what I'll do is I'll be using pool size, right? What is the parameter? Size, huh? They're asking us to specify a process equal to 4. Yeah. Now we are defining how many process should be used for this one. Let's say if I go back here and say process equal to, for example, 10, right? Let me define 10. Let's see how it works. What happened? But still it uses the same number, right? Did you see it? 15108. Oh, that's what they're talking about actually. See, when you're working on certain IDEs, right? Currently, I'm running it this one, right? So if I run the same program, what I'll be doing is um, I'll be using command prompt or terminal, right? If I use terminal, now in the terminal also it should work. Like in terminal, I think you cannot do it, I guess, because it's in the environment, right? Um, let's say Python space. Where is the location of this multi-threading process, right? Multi-threading process. What is the module name? Multi underscore processing, correct? Right? Oh, I think somehow at least worked. Did you see this? Uh, it uses process ID for, let's say if you see this for line number this one for last process uh, for last one it uses a different process ID. But what they're asking is in the real time. So the solution for this is the suggestion solution, right? They're asking us to run it outside of the IDE. Currently we are using IDE, right? So what I'll be doing is let me create a file here. So this is a file and say save it as a Python file. Let's say desktop Navin, right? Let me. So this is a Python extension. Okay. For example, let's say um, example 01.py. Got it. Now I created a Python file here in the desktop. If I go back here, CD, CD, what is that? Desktop, right? Desktop. And if you do list out all the things, CD location I saved here is Navin. Oh, what is the location here? We go scroll here. Oh, D directory, Python videos, D Navin. You got it? This is the location. Python VD desktop. Got it. Or we can do one other way around. Like we can use this CD. Now I want to switch to D directory. Oh, how I can directly go there into other directory? Okay, I think I should go and open here. Can I open maybe new? Like while navigating this location and then we should open, I guess. I'm not much familiar with Windows, guys. I used to use Mac and Linux box majoritarily. Mm, uh, no, properties. You're talking like this, right? No. Mm, let's do that. Yeah, it switched. Even I can switch it from here, right? No, see, it's not working here. In Python, it did work actually. The catch is I need to switch to data directory, right? It's not going here. Hmm. Alright, no problem. So anyway, it is not. It is Python space. What's the catch here? Yeah, example 01. No, no. For few of them, it is taking, and for few, it is not taking, guys. But guys, did you understood? Maybe you can try with different examples. I don't want to, stress much here. But the whole idea here is that when we are working, let me do at least four processors. Let's try at least in the last start. Use the same thing because maybe it's a basic operation, right? Basic operation. So the processor, but though it is a basic operation, it has to allocate a different processor for each CPU computation. But in general, it's supposed to be doing, but not sure what's happening with this PyCharm. Um, Once again, now, how do I think how to open a directory specific here? Hmm, It's not happy with this path. Once again, let's Google it quickly or use ChatGPT Master. So you should try if switch to D directory, D drive in Windows command prompt. Got it? Okay. You should do just D colon. That's it. What did it say? D colon. I mean, there you go. All right. Uh, Python, right? Python space. Hmm. Here also not working, right? It is working exactly as Python does. Yeah. Save it and then go back here and okay. At least, guys, we got one more guy here. All right. You can the last one is like guys. At least, did you see something? Some difference is there, right? Okay, I think you can take this as example and imagine that in the multi-processing, it creates a separate process ID for each task actually, in general. Okay, so I like what I was thinking, right? Since this is a very basic operation, as you can see, we are creating a processor, right? We are creating a processor pool here. Got it? And to do this activity, the processor is like pretty much speedily available. You got it? We're creating processing pool, and here we are doing this separation, right? So since it is pretty much it is quickly done, finishing and making the same process ID available in the pool. You got it? No, you are getting right. You are getting my point, is it? So what's happening? It is creating process pool. Let's say there are two people, there are five people, right? And one person capable of doing things quickly. Okay, meaning he finished his work and return back to the pool and available for next task. Understood? That's how it, I think, that's how it is working actually. So we, though we had multiple process IDs are available, this guy finished job quickly and available in the pool, and the same ID is being used for calculating other process ID. No, did you understood? Because it's real quick. I'll do one thing. Instead of this, I'll just make a wait time here. I think I think this would sometime it would make sense to me, making some delay so that this guy will wait there. Got it? Time dot slip of, let's say, 0.5 seconds. And now this time, what I'm doing is, I'm guys, did you see this time at least? Still, it is taking a lot of time. Now I made one second. Oh, this is at least makes sense more now. Guys, did you see this? Yeah. Now we can relate to, is it? So since I made 1 second for each thing, uh, outside it is taking quickly again. But when I go back here, no, did you see here, guys? For calculating zero square, it uses this, and for doing one square, uses the other process ID. And it is now it is clear that it is using different process ID for doing all calculations. Does this make sense? Hmm? Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. So as soon as we create a process pool, if the process is let's say if the pool is if the process ID, if the processor is finished a job, so see, it's a processor, right? It's like a hardware. You got it? If it is finished the job and it is available for next work, correct, next computation. Understood? So that's how it is being reused. Not, did you understood how this is working? Hmm? So that's where, to make more to make it more sense, I made one processor busy for 1 second, so that instead of waiting for this guy to come on, right, come online or come available, so it assign other process IDs. Now did you understood? Clear, huh? If I make two more seconds here, let's go and trigger this. Now it is clear, it is giving so much clear also. I don't think there are any unique ones again. There is one guy, though it is 2 seconds. Let me make 5 seconds this time and see. Do you see any identical process here? Any identical, guys? Mm-hmm. All right, guys, no problem. mm, got it. But it's just okay. It is just to not the function, right? Got it. No, no. See, it is tricking. All right, guys. So I don't want to stress much. But you can relate that generally multiprocessing is since anyway it created multiple other threads also, right? Like, sorry, multiple other processes also. So in general, when it comes to multiprocessing, it uses separate process ID for processing each request. That's where the actual thing. Maybe I'll come with some real world example. Maybe I need to dig more on this, because honestly we use very less on this multi-processing and multi-threading. But when it comes to the, as mentioned, right, like the business use cases and the social media, like let's say product purchase, so that might be helpful using multi-threading. Got it? And for the CPU bound computations, we will use multi-processing. Got it? No, do you got the clarity? Did you got the clarity on this? Multi-threading and multi-processing? Yeah. All right. I think this is very heavy today for you guys, I guess. But yeah, let's catch up with other new, brand new topics, and those are very, very interesting like this. All right. So meantime, what you have to do is you have to do multiple examples with the same kind. I might have shared a couple of new use cases with multi-processing and multi-threading, and maybe with new examples as well. Okay, you can do it yourself, experiment it. Yeah, makes sense. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining.